Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on forming groups. Kindergarten students need to learn how to divide a larger group into a given number of smaller groups. Example 1. For the above group of 6 marbles, divide the group up into smaller groups so that there are 3 marbles in each group. How many smaller groups are there? So you can show the students how you'll have 3 marbles in each group, group 1 and group 2. Altogether we have 6 marbles. Altogether there are 2 groups. Example 2. For the above group of 6 oranges, divide the group up into smaller groups so that there are 2 oranges in each group. How many smaller groups are there? So we have 2 oranges in each group. Remember, show the students that altogether you have to have 6 oranges, so they can start off by writing or drawing 2 oranges, draw another 2, draw another 2. They have to stop here because altogether they have 6. However, they can see that there are 3 groups. So you can guide them through this whole process, and I'm sure they'll really enjoy it and they'll be able to understand it. Example 3. For the above group of 12 squares, divide the group up into smaller groups so that there are 4 squares in each group. How many smaller groups are there? So when you guide the students through, they'll find out that you have 4 squares, 4 squares and 4 squares for a total of 12, which means there are 3 groups. Example 4. For the above group of 16 stars, divide the group up into smaller groups so that there are 4 stars in each group. How many smaller groups are there? So when they divide the groups up, making sure there are 4 stars in each group, and they have to stop when they get 16 altogether, they will see that there are 4 groups. Example 5. For the above group of 10 pairs, divide the group up into smaller groups so that there are 2 pairs in each group. How many smaller groups are there? So once they draw 2 pairs in each group, they'll soon arrive at the number 10, and they'll see that there are 5 groups. Example 6 is just a little bit different, but you can lead them through it. How many hearts are there altogether in 5 groups with 2 hearts in each group? So they won't have too much trouble when you guide them through that. And example 7, how many apples are there altogether in 4 groups with 3 apples in each group? So this has been some good practice with group work, where we're dividing essentially larger groups into smaller groups.